How much do Taiwanese people pay attention to the presidential candidates policy forum? Is policy really what drives their voting decisions?
I think that voters generally don't watch these forums or pay much attention to what's been said. An important reason for that is all the candidates have already, or they're still in the process of announcing their policies across a wide range of issues, whether that's education, childcare, elder care, public housing, other types of subsidies, and of course, China. So, given that these events are not really a debate, we're not going to see any intense back and forth like we would see in American style presidential debates. The voters do pay attention to the policies of the candidates, but given that the candidates have already announced these through other methods, they're not necessarily watching or getting any value from watching these forums.
How do you think each of the candidates performed in the forum?
I think all the candidates perform fairly equally. Again, given that there isn't a lot of back and forth the way we would see in other countries and specifically American style presidential candidate debates, there's not a lot of opportunity for one candidate to really shine versus the other two candidates that were on the stage. And because there are three candidates on the stage, the amount of time that any one candidate gets to speak is also somewhat limited.
What did you make of the discussion of cross-strait China-Taiwan relations issues in this policy forum?
We already know the candidates' positions on Taiwan's relationship with China. It's something that they've presented in their own press conferences. It's something that gets talked about, or they get asked by media a lot of questions about China policy. So, of course, it's unavoidable that they have to discuss it. And anyway, we know what their positions are. Lai opposes the 1992 consensus. He says he'll maintain the status quo of outgoing president Tsai's policies. And Hoyoi supports the 92 consensus, and he would return to something more like Ma Ying-jeou's policy. Ko Wen-je of the Taiwan People's Party hasn't really endorsed the 92 consensus. He hasn't really said what will be different for his China policy, other than similar to other policy areas. Ko Wen-je says, I'm going to be practical about it.